I'm going for it.
Oh my god!
There it is. What do we get?
1.17.
How's it going, everyone? So, I recently had Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires installed on my 2016 Camaro, so I wanted to make a video on them, going over exactly what's new about this tire and how Michelin improved upon the Pilot Super Sport tire, enough to go ahead and, launch this new tire and replace the Super Sport altogether. So, as many of you might know, Michelin Pilot Super Sports have been the tire, benchmark for high-performance summer tires for years now. It's been best in class for its dry grip. But with the new PS4S tire, they were able to improve basically every aspect of what a good tire should be able to do. For starters, they now use a nylon belt, which helps maintain, the shape of the tire during aggressive driving, and it also gives it a better high-speed rating as well. These are rated for 186 miles per hour plus, it says. So when I drove these tires, it actually was noticeable the first time. It was very much noticeable that you don't feel any flex from the tires when cornering hard. And yeah, it's just super apparent as soon as you take the first corner. It's just super stiff, no flex whatsoever. So another thing that's new on these tires is the fact that they have two different compounds on each tire. On the outer 40% of each tire, they use a dry compound, which distributes heat more evenly throughout the tire during high G-force corners. Now, the inner 60% of each tire is a wet compound that's designed for extremely good grip in wet conditions, and it also helps in braking both wet and dry. So what I found extremely impressive about these tires, though, is that somehow they were able to greatly reduce the road noise in these tires and improve the comfort as well. So although these tires are one of the best performance tires ever made, it amazes me how comfortable and quiet they are. So yeah, those are a couple of the things that they did to improve these tires, and yeah, it seems like these are the new benchmarks, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. So, seeing how much testing that Michelin went through to develop these new tires, it's ultimately what made me want to go and try these out. And I'm extremely impressed with them so far, and I'll be keeping you guys updated on the wear and tear and how long they last. So, yeah, Michelin, they're supposed to, they're known for lasting longer than the competition, so we'll see if that stays true on these tires. And for the second portion of this video, I'll just give you guys a little quick comparison here on all three different tires that I've owned on the Camaro so far. Okay, so I'll give you guys a brief summary of what I thought of owning each tire, running it till it was done. So, Goodyear Eagle F1s, these are the 245 40 R20s. These are run flat tires, the stock ones that come on basically all the 2.0s and all the V6 Camaros. So, these are run flats. They have a really thin sidewall, so with this tire, it handles well, but it gives you a little false sense of security. It doesn't have the grip to back up the good handling. These do turn in very well. It gives you a nice feedback in the wheel. They're good. They're good for handling. And if you're if you're at a 6/10 stride, if you're not someone who really pushes it on canyon roads, or you don't track your car, these are pretty decent tires. I really don't like run flats. So the worst thing about these tires is they are loud. They're noisy and they're uncomfortable. You could run, I ran like 29 PSI all around. I've been doing that since I bought the car, and it doesn't help much. It's just, these are crashy, noisy, like just really, really bumpy over everything. I mean, gosh, these are really uncomfortable tires. So that's his biggest fault. Handles well, but doesn't have the grip to back it up. So that's the Goodyear Eagle F1. So those are the stock tires. Get that out of the way. The next tire is the Continental DWS Extreme Contact. So DWS stands for dry, wet, and snow. This is a fantastic all-season tire. This is my favorite all-season tire that I've ever owned. It's a performance all-season tire. I was amazed on how these really did put the power down, even in the rain. They really, really never broke loose until they got, like this, really down on its lifespan. But these were a great tire. Really, really good in the wet, really good in the dry. They're thicker sidewall here. They're really comfortable, but when they're brand new, like the first 7,000 miles or so, they flex when you do sharp turns. They have a lot of give to them, so it's not the best in responsiveness. It's a little bit vague in what the car's doing. It feels like it's the suspension for a second, but really it's just the tire flexing and the shape of the sidewall degrading. So at this point I had never driven the Michelins before, so in my mind these are a great all-around tire. These are kind of the best of both worlds, good dry and wet grip. They do last a decent amount. They lasted me 40,000 miles actually, so pretty good lifespan. Really, really good lifespan actually for, you know, a performance-ish tire. So yeah, Continental, all season. Pretty good. And now for the current tires on the vehicle, that would be Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, the evolution of the Super Sports. So these are just kind of mind-boggling. So the reason being, I mean, I expected them to have very, very good dry grip, and they have that. They actually have a little bit more grip than I was even expecting. I knew these were basically the best as far as cornering dry grip. I know Super Sports have been they've been the benchmark for a while. I was expecting good dry grip. I got excellent, but the thing that's crazy about it, I don't know if you could tell on camera easily, but just look at this beefy sidewall on these. I also like the little suede they use on the tire. So the big sidewall, you would think that these would have the most flex out of all three of these tires because they have the biggest sidewall. These are absolutely the most rigid tires that just under any load, under any kind of sharp turn, it just feels like this tire stays so stable. Like it doesn't move at all. Like if you were to do a slow motion camera on these, there would be such little flex and degradation of the structure of the sidewall and tire. You can legit feel it. And so the cool thing about these, as I mentioned earlier, is from this point on is a different compound than the wet compound they use here. So this is more of a all-season-y, regular type of compound. They haven't mentioned this, but I guarantee you, I super guarantee you, this is the same compound off of the Cup 2s, because they said this is basically race compound, whatever they, you know, fancy lingo they want to use for it. But I bet they just took the Cup 2 compound, put this on the outer edge, because these are directional tires. You can't rotate them like those. So yeah, we got a different compound over here for the dry, and then we got the wet compound over here. So I haven't tested it in the wet yet, but every review I've seen on them says that they are also the best wet tire, and they actually can put power down. They can put, you know, well over 400 pound-feet of torque down to the ground in the wet, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So just the crazy thing about these tires is you expect amazing dry grip, and you get even more. They're so stiff. The sidewall is so stiff. These tires are quiet. They're the quietest pair of tires I've ever gotten, and they're the most comfortable pair of tires I've ever ridden on. I can't believe the comfort of these tires. You would think because of the stiff sidewall that it wouldn't be, but who knows? Maybe this big sidewall really helps soak up, you know, bumps you go over. It's really comfortable. This is really brings out the GT in you know, the Camaros. So yeah, I'm loving it so far, and I plan on sticking with this tire as long as Michelin is kicking ass with all their summer tires. Next goal is change out these stock wheels and put 305s all around. And for those of you wondering the price of the tires, I'm just going to go realistic price. Everyone says, you know, oh, it's $300 per tire, so it's this and that per tire. That's not what you want to hear. So you're most likely going to get them at a shop. Let's just go with the most popular one. This is where I got them installed, America's Tires. So I certainly get the insurance when I get my tires. If one of them pops, boom, free tire. So, I could be driving 10,000 miles and it's still under the 30,000 mile warranty. If I get a flat, one of them pops, it's not fixable and not repairable, boom, free tire. Got all that credit back. So with the insurance on these tires, with the tax, everything out the door, for a 265 40R20, 20-inch wheels, it is $1,505. So $1,500 is no joke for tires. That's, absolutely kind of insane. But, that's what you get with a 20-inch rim and, basically the best summer tire Michelin makes. So yeah, that's a realistic price. If you guys go there, they do, of course they do that no interest monthly payment if you're interested in that. But yeah, $1,505 out the door is what you get on a set of PS4S in 265 trim. Hope you guys like this little tire review / comparison here. If you guys have any more comments or questions about the tires, just comment down below. I'll answer all you guys. And yeah, with that, I will see you guys in the next video.